10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The sophisticated, smooth operator,
Unless you forget your manners.
podcaster extraordinaire.
We are the Grizzly.
We don't play games, we don't sugarcoat. If you can't take it, you shouldn't have never walked through the door. Grizzly maulings take place weekly. And as long as you keep it sophisticated, you won't be the next victim.
ABC, 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 ABC.
Well, you must be crazy. That shit you talking. Think it's all about you, bitch. Keep on walking. For real, fuck your feelings. Ain't nobody got time to cater to you and that rabbit ass money.
This is the bullshit. The court is now in session.
Dumb shit happens every day. We abolish dumb shit without delay. Insanity is accepted as the norm. Prepare for this judicial quiet storm.
This is the bullshit. The court is now in session.
Hear ye, the ABC Council is now in session, and we have the honorable judges up on screen, Judge Bass, Judge Mass Creator, and flying all the way in from Philly, Judge Vicissitude. So, fellas, are we ready for the bullshit tonight?
Yes, we are.
Yes. So, we have a couple of videos tonight that in all honesty there's a pattern that I'm trying to point out here so that we can have a full understanding of what's going on. So let's go ahead and look and see what we got coming up tonight. The first up to the docket is ladies and gentlemen, when you get into a country that you're born in and a man from another country can tell you what street you belong on, yeah, you might be in trouble. So let's start right here.
So what's up with you? What's your name?
Anand, can I see your ID or something?
No, I mean, you can call the police or I can call the police. Can I see your ID?
Yeah,
Let me see your ID.
yeah.
Can I
Take
see-
out your ID and I'll take out my ID.
Let me take out your ID and I'm going to take out my ID.
Okay, let's. Can you get my phone? No, let's call the police. Give me your phone, let's call the police.
I'm in my own neighborhood where I live at, working in my neighborhood by my house, and I have this man asking me, do I live here?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Dude.
I'm going to start. I'm going to start a civil lawsuit right now. That's what I'm gonna do.
Absolutely. You gotta do it, man. But I want
What's
to
your
know-
name, man? Because I'm walking in the neighborhood where I live at, and I'm getting harassed.
No, wait. He's unnecessarily playing us.
But வீட்டுக்கு போய் காப்பை கூப்பிட்டுக்கலாம்.
Yes. Bring my phone. I don't have my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me and get the
I
phone.
will. Get my phone. Because this guy will escape otherwise. Get my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me.
Yes. Get my phone now. Please.
You see this man
Yeah,
right
let's
here?
call the cop.
I'm gonna keep him a distance back. He's steady walking up on me like this. Y'all see this?
Yep. I know that this is not your house.
This not my house, but I live in this neighborhood. You don't got it. Listen, I don't like
You don't live in this neighborhood.
You don't know where I live at, sir. You can't not tell me where I live at, and I'm not gonna pull out my ID and show you where I live at. I know you
But
live
this
right
is-
here,
this is a
and
neighborhood
I
that
live
is
in this
not
neighborhood. You
trespassing.
have a blessed day, sir.
No, you.
You have a
Wait,
blessed
you
day,
wait
sir.
here. I'm calling the cops.
You have a blessed day,
You
sir.
wait here, boy.
You have a blessed day,
You
sir.
wait here. I'm
have a
calling
blessed
the
day.
cop. You wait here. I'm calling the cop. Wait here. If you live in this neighborhood, wait.
Yo.
If you live in this
Bro,
neighborhood,
don't touch
wait.
me, bro. Don't touch. Yo, who the fuck is you talking to like that? Don't raise your voice at me like that, boy.
Wait here.
I'm a grown ass man. What are you doing?
This is a protected neighborhood and you're not supposed to be in here.
Yo, what's your name, yo? He's steady walking up on me, yo. He's steady walking up on me.
Get my phone. I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, I'm calling the cops right now.
Please do. Now.
Don't walk up on me no more, bro.
Don't, please do.
Yo. Don't walk up on me no more.
Yeah.
Well, your ass going to jail, boss.
Oh, yeah. I want to see who goes to jail tonight.
Bro, don't keep walking up behind me.
Base, we'll start with you, my brother.
Go ahead, man.
Okay. You want me? I'll give you a moment. I'll give you a moment, brother. Mr. Vicissitude, how about we go with you?
Oh, you gonna start with me? It's been that long. You want me to start? Oh, don't, please. This.
What is this, tennis?
I don't understand. Yeah, we're serving it up. This actually has happened to me. This has happened to me on a job site. Ironically, at a 7-Eleven. Can it get any more stereotypical?
Shit.
I go on a job site and I had this guy come up to me. He was like, "Where are you from?" What do you mean where I'm from? From Philly. What are you talking about? No, are you from like a different country? No, I am not from a different country, sir. I'm here to fix your damn internet. What's the issue? And we had this whole back and forth over nothing. I just walked off site because I was going to deck the dude. I'm like, you guys are ridiculous. Right. I don't understand why they feel like that's okay to do, considering how dark they are and how they get profiled back in their home country. So they decided to come over here and try to pull that bullshit here.
Yeah, you can tell that man is South Indian.
Yep.
And South Indians, if anybody don't know about South Indians, they're darker skinned Indian folk. And they get discriminated against by lighter skinned Indian folk over in India. Yet they come over here and, well, we saw what happened. JB, what about you? What do you think about what are your thoughts, my brother?
The bullshit and chicanery that goes on because people think they have a claim to a neighborhood with public streets is fucking ridiculous. He's on a public sidewalk. He's not on anybody's specific driveway. He's not walking near anybody's car. He's walking on a public street. And unless you have a sign that says end of government domain on your street, every street is a public street.
Exactly.
So,
that's what I thought.
You step in front of me so I can't pass. I got the right to kick your ass.
Ooh, I like that. I might have to put that on a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So brother Bass, are you ready? Because I know this is about to
I'm
be.
sorry. Yeah,
Go right on ahead, brother. Go right on ahead, brother. Because I know you had to gather your thoughts for a second because I saw the baseness coming out.
It's one thing when you are in a neighborhood like that and somebody white confronts you like they own the whole neighborhood. But like JB said, and like John said so well, you got a guy that's our complexion, even though I know he don't claim to be black. I don't know what conversations he's had with some of his white neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
But the other two fellas said it so well. It's a public street.
Right.
It's not a gated community from what I see. Even if it was a gated community, the guy owns the house. He don't own the whole neighborhood. So he has no right to confront anybody. If there's a problem, call the police.
Exactly.
If you think you see something unlawful, call the police.
Exactly.
But this thing about what are you doing around here?
Yeah.
To be honest, I've never encountered that. I mean, I've got strange looks in certain neighborhoods.
Yeah.
But I never had that. Hey, what are you doing around here? I've never.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've had that.
You've had that happen.
But it was from white folk. It was from white folk. I've been chased out of neighborhoods while they were yelling the N-word at me. Like this is back in like 1983, like 1984, when things weren't as sweet as people thought they were. But what's funny to me, and I think it's a part that I don't know if you guys noticed, Well, of course, you notice that he steps in front of the guy, which is detaining him. Now, he has a right to harm you now because you've now detained him. If I'm not mistaken, that kind of falls in the realm of detainment and kidnapping. You have detained him, and now he has a right to defend himself. That's number one. Number two, did you hear him call that man boy?
I did. I heard that.
So, and here is number three. You're telling me in the country that I'm born in, what neighborhood I belong in, when you're not even in the country that you're born from.
That's a good point.
I have no idea whether or not you are even legal, sir. Now, here's the thing. I don't think about the fact that you're legal or not because that's your business and not mine. But if I was the young man, I'd be a petty Eddie and call on him and see if them ICE folks need to have a conversation with him. Since you want to question whether or not I belong in the neighborhood, and then he says this is a productive neighborhood. What does that have to do with anything? How do you know that I don't own several houses in this neighborhood? Because you see me walking down the street. So yeah.
Did you hear the story of the black guy? He owned a lake, and him and his father used to fish on the lake all the time.
Right.
So one night, probably around the time of dinner time, he went to go put his little boat in the lake to go, fish on his own. His father had passed away.
Right.
And he went up to go on the lake, and this lady, he's African American, she's Caucasian, comes over and confronts him about, what are you doing with that boat? What are you about to do? And he was like, I'm about to go fishing. And he's like, okay, well, I am the president of the homeowners association and we run this lake. And he's like, I know who runs this lake. And it was like, but it's also people in the public can use this lake.
Right.
So she goes in on him. He never loses his temper. He still cast his boat and went out in the water and did what he had to do. While he was out there, he got upset. He went back home. He called his lawyer and said, check and see if the HOA has renewed their agreement with my father, with me and my company. Guess what? It had lapsed. He said, okay, shut it down. Nobody has access to the lake anymore. So then he goes and he goes back up to the lake. And he's the only one at the lake, and people are standing in their porches and stuff watching this black man on the lake, right?
Yeah.
And this one Hispanic lady comes over to him and she says, are you the gentleman who shut down the lake? He's like, yes, I am. He was like, just to let you know, we all are not part of the homeowners association, and a lot of us don't agree with it. With her.
Right.
She's very rude, condescending, and she thinks she's own stuff. And so he lives in the town, but nobody ever knew that he owned the lake.
Right.
And he going through the town, go get gas, people talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the grocery store, people following him around. Some people come up to him and ask him if he can let them back on the lake. Some of them are rude, some of them are sensitive and really are, it means something to him. So he says, let's call a town meeting. They call a town meeting. He comes in there. And he says, this wasn't about me flexing power. This is about respect. Because I wanted that lake to be open for anybody who wanted to use it. And because of somebody who tried to abuse their power with the wrong person, you've lost your ability to use the lake. Some people still saying, yeah, I don't see how you can own a lake. It was crazy.
Yeah,
but
I own it.
Eventually, they got rid of the lady. He wrote new clauses into the contract.
Right.
And the Hispanic lady became the HOA president, and he was like, what happened was even the benches and stuff around the lake, which was part of the contract, was supposed to be kept up, maintained, fixed, and painted.
Right.
He had to go over there and fix and paint the benches and pick up
But
trash.
they weren't even doing that part. She was just trying to flex her muscle instead of actually doing her job.
So once they got rid of her, he opened the lake back up. And, you know, but the whole idea is that people don't know who they're talking to.
Right.
What if that man who he was getting over, who he was trying to block, like you said, owned that house that he was living in?
Exactly. Or what if he owned the neighborhood?
Yeah.
What if you're renting that house and that man owns that house that you're renting now?
Yeah.
And you just asked him, does he belong there?
Right.
And I'm thinking, man, do you belong here? Because, you know, I don't know you. You don't know me. We don't know each other. We could have taken an opportunity to get to know one another, but because you decided to be a rude jackass, who, by the way, once again, and this is not xenophobia. I wish people would get that bullshit out there. I ain't scared of a foreigner.
Right.
Ain't nobody scared of foreigners. Bottom line, like let's just start that right there. No one's afraid of foreigners. The problem is when you're a foreigner and you're trying to flex your muscle on a natural born American. That's the problem that we have. You're sitting up here trying to tell me the neighborhood that I belong in, and in all honesty, you just floated over to this goddamn country. You just, you know, and not to mention you're speaking broken English, which means you haven't even been here that long. I've been here all my life.
Or you didn't care to respect the language enough to make it part of your normal dialect.
Yeah, exactly. So
You
there's
didn't
that.
even offer me any damn curry, damn it.
Shit.
My God.
And here he go.
Did you miss me?
So here's the question I have: Are we okay? And this goes out to not just FBAs. It doesn't just go out to Africans. It doesn't just go out to Jamaicans. It goes out to black people of a whole. Are we getting tired? Are we officially getting tired of people telling us where the fuck we belong?
Been tired.
I believe that. See, here's the thing: we want to be fragmented. And don't get me wrong, I have had my problem with, you know, certain people of the diaspora because of how they look at Black Americans and things of that nature. But I'm looking at it in an entirely different way, because now we're on our way to being fourth class citizens in the country that we're in, because now you have people from India and other countries asking us if we belong in a neighborhood in America.
Right.
So are we finished with the dumb shit yet? And are we abolishing foreigners asking us if we belong in neighborhoods? Are we up for abolishing that bullshit?
Yep.
I'll say aye. So
Aye.
anybody in the comment section want to and do me a favor, everybody, please share the live. Let everybody know what we got going on over here. If you are watching in the bushes, come on out of the bushes and come on in and have a conversation with us and share the live. Go ahead and share this with everybody, because this is going to be a great conversation tonight. But I also want you to have an opportunity to get in and vote. Let us know, is this something that you're okay with? Are you okay with people from other countries asking if you belong in a neighborhood in America? Or are you down for abolishing the bullshit? Everybody on the panel has already voted. So because the panel is a panel full of judges,
And do better tech support, damn it. Sick of your shit.
Wow.
and then there's that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, he's back.
Yes, he is.
And he's back with a vengeance. So we've already abolished that. So here's the next thing.
Hey,
And this
Gwen.
is why, who's that right there?
Gwen.
What's going on, Gwen? How are you? Welcome. She done already abolished the bullshit. Miss Gwen, I appreciate it. We're getting the abolishments going on tonight. Here is the next one. And this is why I said what I said a few minutes ago about foundational Black Americans, about Africans, and also Mrs. Gwen is at work. Ooh, don't get in trouble, Miss Gwen. Don't do it. Don't let them catch you up. But so that's why I said what I said about foundational Black Americans, about Africans, about the Haitians, Jamaicans, whatever. Y'all need to remember we all black, and we all have to understand that right now on this entire planet, people are telling us where we belong. There are people in Africa telling Africans where they can't go. Let me say that one more time. There are people in Africa telling Africans where in Africa they can't go. There's a town in Africa that is all white, that the black folk in Africa, in South Africa, by the way, that is for all white people. Now, that's in Africa. Africa's black. And there's a town that black people can't go to in Africa. Now, we got a lot of sundown towns here in America, but in Africa, though, and that's okay. But so not only does the shit play out in Africa and in America, we ain't even safe at the goddamn airport. Let me go ahead and play this. And this is why I was speaking about the fact that you need to understand that if you want to connect and have allies, you can't keep burning the bridges with Black American people. You have to understand that we all need to find a way to make this happen and work together. So, because this type of shit's going to continue to happen to you.
So this morning at 5 a.m., 2 exhausted parents traveling with 2 sleeping babies. We've flown countless times. We were told by American Airlines staff that our stroller, the same stroller we've gate checked without issue on Southwest and United, had to be dropped off at baggage. No empathy, no compromise, just refusal. But what broke us wasn't just the grueling walk through TSA with heavy children in our arms. It was watching as white families in the same line were allowed to keep their strollers. Same setup, same flight process, different treatment. We were told our stroller was different. The only difference is the color of our skin. We pleaded, we explained, we even showed prior gate check tags. But these 3 white women at the counter didn't flinch. They looked us in the eye as our babies slept soundly, and still they said no. To every parent of color, to every mother, to every father, this is a warning. American Airlines didn't just inconvenience us, they humiliated us. They reminded us that in their eyes, our struggle, our fatigue, our humanity didn't matter. We will not be silent. We will not let this slide. Discrimination, especially one that makes babies suffer, should never be a part of flying. And as long as American Airlines chooses to turn compassion into cruelty, families like mine will take our love, our money, and our dignity elsewhere. Please share this, tag them, let them know we are done.
So before anybody says anything, I also wanted to add a note. One of her daughters was special needs, so the stroller was a special needs stroller. The baby kid, she's not able to walk, and so they need the stroller for her because, of course, if they have to carry her around all the time, that's a problem. And one of the white women asked her, "Well, can you not carry your child?" And so, you guys go ahead and have at it. Okay.
American
This
Airlines,
is why I drive.
American Airlines is not at fault.
Okay.
The discriminating white women that were at the gate were the fault.
Mm-hmm.
And
they work for American Airlines.
But the blame falls on American Airlines because they gave these people a place to work and a position where they can pick and choose who they are deemed responsible and deemed allowed to, and those who aren't.
Right.
That's the problem. It's not once you get the job and you're doing the job, what you're doing. It's whether or not the people who hired you are checking to see what you're doing and if it's appropriate to their guidelines and restrictions and the way they want you to register their clients.
Exactly.
Because how many of us have walked into a McDonald's and heard everybody in the back cursing?
I have.
But yet
definitely
you
have.
walk into a Chick-fil-A and you don't hear that. Because they're checked, they're monitored, and they're made to follow the company's rules.
Right.
At McDonald's, they just happy somebody working in that bitch. So they just let them say whatever the hell they want. So, I mean, yeah, American Airlines holds the blame, but the responsibility of what happened fell on those 3 white women that discriminated against that young lady and her family, and showing the discrimination by allowing other people to do the things that they weren't allowed to do.
Right. Because their stroller is different. Go ahead, brother.
My question is, it's one thing for you to get on social media and complain about how you're being treated, but everybody has a boss. Did they make a complaint? Because when I go through stuff like that, my voice already carries. I ain't got no problem going off.
Right.
And I will not. My money just as good as everybody else's. I will not be treated like a second-class citizen. I will show my ass. I don't care where I am. If I feel like I'm being mistreated, I will show my ass. And see the thing about, I think they're Indian or Pakistani, whatever they are.
Oh, they were the people just now. They're African.
They're African. Okay.
They were African. Yeah.
I understand in this climate. I'm not sure when that video was taken.
It was recent. It was like very recent.
Yeah. I understand the climate because everybody knows what's going on in DC.
Right.
How the feds are targeting black people, and that's exactly what they're doing. They targeting black people.
Right.
It just amazes me how they get on social media and they complain and cry about how they treated, but everybody has a voice. If you allow people to mistreat you, they're going to mistreat you. And to touch on what JB said about them 3 white women, they don't own American Airlines.
Right.
They work for American Airlines, so they're representative. It'd be like me being in Baltimore City Police, and I'm showing somebody disrespect. I'm not showing them disrespect as a private citizen. I am a reflection of the Baltimore City Police Department.
Right. There's that right there.
And I don't need no bad press. They don't need no bad press.
No, sir.
They don't need me being a damn fool.
They don't need you fucking up. They already got it. They already got bad press.
Servant. Yeah.
Right.
So I have to act like I'm a public servant.
Right.
And I think
I
that's
agree
the
with
problem
that.
a lot of people forget.
But what I'm saying is that left unchecked, people do what they do.
Yeah. Which also, here's the thing. Because you work for American Airlines, you're servicing the public. Much like JB, much like Base, even though Base's job was a hell of a lot more important than yours. But let's just call it what it is. You are still a public servant. You are serving the public.
Yes,
you are the right now at that moment, because you're wearing that name tag and those colors, you are a representation of American Airlines.
Right.
And you just decided to use your whitey thought processes to discriminate against people who have done nothing to you. Not to mention they had previous bag checks. That means it was already allowed on there a few times, but they listened. They had no compassion. They did not listen. And I personally don't think that people should be given that kind of authority to allow or deny, unless it's an egregious situation where, let's just say you got a big ass let's say you got a bull mastiff. Yeah, put his ass down in the cargo hold. He might bite a couple of motherfucking people. But I'm pretty sure that stroller wasn't gonna hurt nobody. But because you saw the color of these people's skin, and you probably in this whole damn this Trumpy ass America, where anybody with the skin color that don't look like yours is a problem.
Yep.
And unfortunately, he has given your asses a battery in your back, to the point to where you feel like you can do whatever you want to do with black bodies and black skin. Now we have to deal with this dumb shit. And JB, what did Miss Gwen say right here?
If they are not reported, the airline won't know.
That's right. That's right.
And see, that's the thing. I don't know if they reported it, but I believe No, they did come out that they did report the airline. I watched Dr. Rashad Ritchie. Shout out to Dr. Rashad Ritchie. I love him. But I watched his I think it's undeniable. I forget what the name of the show is right now, but Dr. Rashad Ritchie reported on it, and they did complain to the airlines, and I think his show reached out to American Airlines, and they never responded, of course. But I believe that the lady put it up online, kind of make black people aware that this may be the kind of treatment that you're in for if you come to this damn airlines. And that's not the first time. Think about the different incidents. Think about when they decided to downgrade Juvenile from first class because of a white passenger. Yeah. They downgraded Juvenile. Juvenile paid for first class seats. He's now, everybody knows Juvenile, famous rapper.
Okay.
They downgraded his seats without asking him. Now he paid for first class seats, but they made him move. And I think there were a couple of other incidents with American Airlines with black celebrities. And just, not just celebrities, but, just regular everyday black folk. And as far as I'm concerned, there are other airlines.
Right.
There are other airlines. If this is what's going to happen on American Airlines, black folk, if you were within the sound of my voice, if there are other airlines, sometimes you have to forego certain conveniences for the right thing. And I know Spirit is horrid. I know Spirit is horrible. I know Spirit is probably run by a Spirit.
I heard it's not bad.
The alternative is racism and classism and having to deal with things like that. I mean, you could also take the train. There's that too. But we don't have to support American Airlines. That's the thing. So we don't have to support American Airlines. So, and I think my question for that one is, everyone, are we officially done? Black people all over, not just Africans, not just African Americans, foundational Black Americans, not just Caribbeans, Haitians. Are we officially done with being treated like third-class citizens, even when we try to fly? Can we abolish the bullshit? Is it possible? Can we go ahead and say aye?
Aye.
Aye.
And I don't fly, but yes, I will abolish that bullshit.
Yeah, you don't fly. You say you don't.
JB flies in private. He flies in private jets. Don't let him fool you. You're good.
Yeah. JB got he be hitting him. He has like one of those subscriptions to a private jet company.
I knew there was
if he's gonna fly, he's gonna fly.
JB, you're a slick one.
Yeah, he's gonna fly. See, that's the thing. See, we fly. JB flies.
I have flown before.
Yeah.
But I don't like the anxiety in flying. So I choose not to fly anymore. My daughter does work for an undisclosed airline, and it is a private airline. And I have the ability to fly private, but I probably will never take up unless it's an emergency situation where I have to be somewhere where I cannot avoid flying to get there on time.
Right.
Then I will fly out of necessity, but not out of convenience.
Right.
That's why when I go to Vegas in 2 months, I'm taking the train.
You got, man. That's what I me personally, whenever we travel, I would much rather take the train. I don't mind flying. I have a problem with flying, but I would rather take the train. I want to see the countryside. You know what I mean? I want to see, America in all its splendor.
Bougie people take the train.
And last time I drove across America from Baltimore to Las Vegas.
Right. And that's a long ass drive.
That's a fun drive.
It was a beautiful ass drive because I had the lovely missus next to me, and we got to rebond and rekindle our relationship. Because when you're in the car by yourself, either you talking or you quiet. And we talked, we reconnected, bonded, looked at our life plan, where we were going, where we wanted to be. and it gave us a lot of time to really get back into love with each other even more. And after that trip, I feel our whole lifestyle shifted and was more supportive, and no arguments, maybe now and then a little, but after that trip, and she's sitting right next to me, she will tell you after that trip, there was a big shift in our relationship. And
hello,
it was
Mrs. Brown.
But you know what? And that's
came
all
over to the dark side.
She came over to the dark side.
Wait, hey Jay, what you say? Once you go black, you never
ain't ever going back.
Ain't never going.
I think that's what the fear is in this country, because too many people trying to go black.
That's exactly.
I mean, let's think about it. You know, people trying to dye their skin black. People trying to go to get BBLs, fucking yourself up, trying to turn and have black bodies and all of this type of shit. It's the most ridiculous shit.
Well, there was
my goddamn life.
the album in our days when we grew up. What was it called? Fear of a what? Black Planet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fear of a Black Planet. Oh yeah.
I call them BBLs because I never remember what it is. I call them BLTs. Bad, bad lettuce and tomatoes. I do not. I like BLTs
green eggs and ham.
I like BLTs like I like weaves. I do not like them.
Well,
I don't like them there. I don't like them anywhere.
Well, would you guys mind if I lightened up the mood a little bit? Because we about to get into this case that that my brother basically gonna have to help me solve, because you know we need his police expertise. But because we're all music lovers, I do have some music. Yes, I do. And let's get on into it. So as we get into the music break, this is Pass It or Trash It. If we're going to let it go past or throw it in the trash. So tonight's song is called I Wish. And it is by, of course, yours truly, because ain't nobody else sending in no goddamn music. So.
But bro, you ain't never say nothing.
Every week, bro. Every week you can send it.
You know, you could play the whole fact song one episode.
Did you, brother? You got to send it back to me. So that's the thing. You got to send it to me for that show. If you send it to me for that show, it get played for that show. Like JB, send me some of your stuff. We can play it up here. People need to know what it's like to not have to not do the AI, since it's not real music.
Oh shit.
Don't go there.
Please don't. Don't.
My bad.
Well, we can abolish that bullshit too.
Okay.
Yes.
We got that. Okay. So here we go with the song is actually called Heal Your Heart. Here we go.
Shouldn't be crying over a person that doesn't love you. Constantly lying, always being untrue. It hurts me to see you in such pain. But if you weather the storm, I promise you'll love again. No matter what, you're always loved. Never give up.
Wondering if you are love, I would show you, tell you, I would shout it to the heavens above. I would protect your heart and provide for your soul. I would be the man that you need, that would never hurt our love. Everyone would know, no matter what, you're always loved. Never give up, you're more than enough. I wish I could make the pain go away. I wish that I could bring a brighter day. You are the woman that stands apart. Don't let this pain ruin you. I love to heal your heart. I love it when you smile. Your heart should do that too. I've loved you for a while. I kinda think you knew. If you should so decide, then I'm the man for you. I'll never break your heart, and I'll always be true. I wish I could make the pain go away. I wish that I could bring a brighter day. You are the stands apart. Don't let this pain ruin. I love to heal your heart.
I like it.
That is Heal Your Heart, bro.
Oh, oh, I win.
So
Oh.
is that a pass or trash, man? Is that a pass or a trash?
It's a pass.
Leave it.
That's what
It's
I'm
a
talking
pass, but it's an asterisk for me.
about. You know what? Ain't nobody worried about your salty ass heart.
You know, salt. I ain't got a heart anymore.
Hey, John,
What?
next week we'll play X-Lax Works, your latest.
That works. I'm down.
Miss Gwen said nice, so she agrees. So I'm getting there's a thumbs up from Mrs. Gwen, and that means quite a bit for me. To me, Mrs. Gwen, thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into the last case of the night, the last case on the docket. Let us all rise and be prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, so if anybody if you have been listening to the news or even looked at social media, there's a situation that has happened called the Cincinnati Brawl. Yeah. So every time black people get into a fight, there's a name for it. But when white people get into a fight, it's just, boys will be boys. But when we get into a fight, there's a lot of sensationalism to it. But so of course, in the middle of this brawl, a poor, defenseless white woman got hurt. Oh my goodness! Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, here come the white tears.
The biggest thing that I think really upsets me is the desensitization of humans, where there's a brutal attack, attempted murder in front of you, and they all think, oh cool, let me get my phone and record it. I truly hope that in the future there's some sort of bill to where somebody has to be prosecuted or at least fined if they don't call 911 first to save someone's life. I have felt hopeless for the future of my children, what kind of world they're going to grow up in, because it has just gotten, worse and worse.
We have a guiding principle, two beautiful words: common sense. If you commit a crime and you're punished for it, you will commit less crimes, and the punishment has to fit the crime. This is a life sentence for her. And anybody who has a mom in their life, a wife in their life, a daughter in their life knows that there's no recovery from that. Every single day for the rest of her life, she's going to have to live through this. And yet the person who does it gets away with, oh, you know, you're a bad guy, and if you give us $400, we'll put you in some sort of community service program. No, that person should suffer just as much as she's going to suffer for the rest of her life.
Why is she related to somebody we know?
Real quick. And I have to say this. I'm about to cook a little bit. JB, unfortunately, this is about to be powder. Bitch, black women have had to deal with that from the fucking day they were born. How many white men have put their hands and beat down a black woman simply because of the color of her damn skin? How many times that they've actually beat down and harmed and just took over black bodies because they just felt like they could? And now your life is never going to, you got punched in the fucking eye. You got punched in the eye because you got in the middle of a melee. And let me help you understand, because apparently school don't work where you from. Apparently white schools in Cincinnati don't teach these people something. So let me help you understand what a melee is. Here we go. JB, can you please read for this poor white woman what a melee is?
Melees. Several people were hurt in a melee, a confused fight or scuffle.
Which means, ma'am, there is no control, no understanding of who's who. You don't know who your friend is. You don't know who your foe is. You have no idea who the people are around you. And not to mention, your boyfriend started the goddamn fight. Now, if I'm not mistaken, men, all the men up here on the panel, and Miss Sheila as well. Is it not a man's job to protect his woman?
Yeah.
Okay. It is a man's job to protect his woman. Are you protecting your woman if you're standing in the middle of a bunch of black men, slap one of them, and it's just y'all two?
No.
Answer me this question. If I go to a biker bar and I slap a biker, what's going to happen to me?
Am I with you when this happens?
No, I'm by myself, just smacking bikers.
You're gonna ask how you want your ass whipped, medium, crispy, or extra dark.
And there's that. JB, if I happen to go to a military barracks and go into a military bar and slap an airman, what's going to happen to me?
Every airman in that place is gonna put their wings up your ass.
Oh no, not just the airman. Every military person, because I'm not. So anybody in the military gonna fuck me up. Mr. Vicissitude, if I happen to walk in front of an Italian restaurant with an entire family of Italians outside, and I start calling them derogatory names and things of that nature, things that you would call Italian folks, I would never say that because I love my Italian folk. Mr. Vicissitude, what would happen to me if you're available? Because you're gonna be there you go.
You're sleeping with the fishes.
Okay. So
have cement boots on.
Yep.
So here's the funny thing. Before I go any further, there's more videos to play because this right here is a doozy, everybody. Because guess who decided they wanted to comment about this shit was so important. A fight in Cincinnati was so important that the fat vice president, I'm sorry, Mr. JD Vance, JD Vance. My apologies. Decided that he wanted to chime in.
What I saw, and I haven't seen the full context, but what I saw is a mob of lawless thugs beating up on an innocent person, and it's disgusting. And I hope every single one of those people who engage in violence is prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And they will be. They will be so long as law enforcement in the state of Ohio takes their job seriously. I know Dave Yost cares a lot about these things. But yeah, I actually, you're right. Bernie did send me a clip of this, and we talked a little bit about it. I don't know the full context. I don't know how the fight started. But the one part that I saw that was really gruesome is you had a grown man who sucker punched a middle-aged woman And where I come from, at least, when you have a grown man who sucker punches a middle-aged woman, that person ought to go to jail for a very long time. And frankly, he's lucky there weren't some better people around, because they would have handled it themselves. But if they're not going to handle it, the cops in Cincinnati, the law enforcement, you've got to prosecute people. We've had way too much lawlessness on the streets of great American cities. How many of you all have wanted to go to downtown Akron or downtown Canton or downtown Columbus for a meal, but you're worried because the local authorities in these big cities have allowed lawlessness to run wild? We have got to make great American cities safe again for families and children. If you want to take your wife or your children out for a meal, you shouldn't be worried about street violence, and the only way to destroy that street violence is to take the thugs who engage in that violence and throw their asses in prison.
You know that the word thug is the new word for nigger.
Yeah, I know. Base, can you what do you think about what the JD Vance? What do you think about what JD Vance had to just say?
You know what, when I don't even know where to begin. When this guy opened up his mouth, it makes you it's called retaliation, because let's go back to what's going on in DC now. JD Vance used the same thug that Donald Trump used when one of his Doge boys got his ass whipped. And Trump said, I'm going to go in DC and clean it up. The thugs they talk about is black people. They not mess with the videos I've seen, they ain't mess with no white people. They are targeted black people. So this is straight up retaliation. If that woman was black, I don't think it would have been that big of a deal with those people. But the person that woman should be pissed with is her boyfriend for starting that bullshit in the first place. How did he think in the climate of the days, what's going on with the day? How do you think a white man is going to hit a black guy in a room full of black guys and don't think nothing's going to happen?
Well, wait a minute, Base. He's Russian. He don't know no better.
Well, he should have rushed his ass out that fucking room.
Yep. Better go back home to Putin.
Hey, JB, you and I got better sense than to go into a white establishment and pick a fucking fight. Sure. I'm not Bruce Lee, and you are not Jason Statham.
Nope.
Ain't nobody.
First of all, I'm not taking my black ass in there.
Right. That's
no way I'm
one.
going to a room full of white folks. There's no way. In this day and time, no.
But notice the wording, though. A gang of lawless thugs beat up on two innocent people. Now, the white man smacked that black man.
Right.
And once again, in Cincinnati, there is a law on the books. They stand your ground law, which means if I feel threatened in any kind of way, I can all the way up to taking your life, defend myself. That is the law on the books in Cincinnati. They ain't kill you. They just dusted your ass up, because you need to understand black bodies are not there for you to do whatever the fuck you want to do with. But apparently this is what they think. JB, what about you? What are your thoughts on this, brother?
The confidence that our counterparts of another persuasion are getting from that orange sickle that is over there in DC is causing people, we've said it a million times, to fuck around and find out.
Right.
They're doing stuff thinking that them hats that begin with an M, because I don't even like giving them any type of runway. I'm not going to say what they want me to say, but the M hats with the red logo, or the red hats with the white M words on it, and then, people over there in DC, orange as fuck, telling people, you don't deserve to be treated this way. You deserve to be treated with respect. Bitch, it's a two-way street. And if you're not respecting us, we can respect you up to a certain amount. But after that, Anything short of putting your hands on a black man, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
Most of us will cuss your ass out as long as you don't touch us.
That's it. It's so simple.
When you decide that hat and that orange person gave you enough chestitude to go out here,
chestitude, I like that,
and think that you're gonna fight somebody without fucking around and finding out, then you need to vote for somebody different. I'm telling you.
Mr. Vicissitude, what are your thoughts before I give mine?
You know, it's kind of funny because of the fact that Mr. Dumbass over there decided to literally say in his, I didn't get to see everything. I just saw a clip. So that's what our system has come to. We just show a clip of what we want to show, and then we create a narrative.
Right.
Like I don't even understand that. That makes no sense. Like, and you admitted to it on top of it, like that you didn't see everything. So you have no idea what's going on, no clue, and you don't. And the thing is, it's not that you don't have a clue; it's the fact that you don't care to have a clue either.
Exactly.
You're just like, oh well, we got something to work with, as with anything.
So everyone, there was a man years ago. His first name was Adolf. This is the stuff that he used to do before he attacked the Jews. These are the things, this is the propaganda that he used to put out before the concentration camps and before the horrible experiments for the Holocaust. This is the kind of misinformation that was put out years in advance, so that the people of Germany could look at the Jewish people as subhuman, not even human at all. There were times in pictures, I wish I could find a newspaper from back then, where they had pictures of Jewish people in there with horns and double tails. So when you get this visual of a human, of a person, you stop seeing them as human, you start seeing them as a threat. Right now, it is being depicted in this country that we're the threat. You remember I told you guys when they got done with the illegal immigrants and all, we're next. I said we had some time, but time's up. Time's up. And now they're building white towns in Arkansas, which means that they're building a narrative. I need you guys to hear me and hear me clearly. They are putting together a narrative that makes it okay for Indian people to push you out of a neighborhood that in a country that they just got to, for Russian white men to come up and slap you in the middle of a crowd of black folk. This is the emboldening that's happening right now in this country. As a matter of fact, there's a guy who he jumped on it first. He jumped on it and he looked at it a certain way, and they had him looking at things a certain way until he really kind of saw everything for what it was. And let me see, is this the video? Hold on.
So now that more information.
Oh, so now this one's going to be about 5 minutes, but I need you guys to listen to everything this man has to say, because he's going to break this thing down so much better than I have, and it'll give you an entire picture of everything, and it'll explain the reason why I'm pissed about the white tears. It'll explain why I'm pissed about JD JD Vance, and why we're getting tired of the bullshit. So let this man break it down. And oh, by the way, this is a white man breaking this down, which means that he was, thoughtful enough to actually go look at the evidence. Imagine that. if everybody decided to go look at the evidence for real, like the vice president of the United States. Let me go and play that.
So now that more information has come out, it's looking like the Cincinnati Brawl narrative we were fed by all the races is complete bullshit, of course. Let's get into it. So what we were told was that this was a fight where some black folks were chasing down and beating white people because they're white. That's what we've been told this whole time by these people. And now that more video evidence is coming out, it's very obvious that they cut the very beginning of the fight that shows it was a mutual fight. It was a normal bar fight, drunk fight, whatever you want to call it. I've been in many of them back in the day when I was younger, where two groups of people are talking shit. There's little scuffles by both sides, and then it gets broken up. A black man and a white man both step in, break it up. They de-escalate it. And then the big white man walks up to the black man in the red shirt and smacks him right in the face, and then all hell breaks loose. And they've arrested 4 of the black folks. And let's see what the chief of police said when she was asked about why they haven't arrested the white man.
I asked city leaders directly. Well, the man that Pastor Lynch was talking about who made the slap that you could see on some of the cameras on social media, will he be facing charges?
We are actively investigating him. We take all violence very seriously. As I mentioned, I expect more charges and more arrests.
They spoke to his counsel before they went down to see him, and the counsel said no. He did not want the police talking to his client. So therefore, we have not had a conversation with him yet.
Like, what the fuck is she even talking about? You've already arrested 4 of the black folks that were in the fight, and you have video evidence of this white man walking up after it was de-escalated and smacking the black man in the red shirt right in the face, and that's when all hell breaks loose. And you want to talk to him, and you're being told no, and you're just like, well, that's all. You have video evidence of him assaulting someone, and they're saying these people are Russians. So what happened to America first? I guess that goes out the window when it's black folks, right? You gotta make it into a race thing when the black folks are sticking up for themselves. Let me remind you that they have a stand your ground law in Ohio, and I'm about to show you exactly what it says. So Ohio has a stand your ground law they passed in 2021 that takes away the duty to retreat. You can see it right there. There was a requirement to retreat, and now there's not. And the law gives you a self-defense right in defense of yourself, in defense of another, in defense of one's residence. So as soon as it was de-escalated and the white man walked up to the black man and smacked him right in the face, everybody there had a right, according to Ohio, to unalive him on the spot. Right there, boom, done. And all he did was get an ass beaten. So I'm really confused at how we're arresting the black folks in this situation, because everybody there had a right to defend the black man in the red shirt after he got smacked. Everybody. The Ohio law says it. Somebody that was not involved at all, that was standing there, that saw him get smacked, could have pulled out a pew-pew and ended it all right there. But he gets a beat down, and then they want to arrest 4 of the black folks. 5 of them, I think. They're trying to get the other one. He's not got arrested yet with felonies, and they won't even go arrest the white man that they have evidence of assaulting the black man in the red shirt. And don't give me this, oh, they jumped him, blah, blah. You have a right to unalive them on the spot. I don't need to hear about, oh, they got jumped and the woman got hit. The woman went and got involved in the fight. If you're in that fight, anybody running up to you could be a threat. And Ohio tells you that if you are threatened, you have a right to self-defense. So the best advice I can give you if you're not a racist conservative is to wait for the facts to come out. I waited a week, because if you don't, they will have you looking dumb. You have literally sided with racist because you jumped on this shit 6 days ago and didn't wait all the information, okay? It's very obvious what happened here. It's very obvious that some shit's going on, that they don't want to go arrest the white man when they have video evidence of him smacking the black man. We should all be furious that the black people are arrested and the white man's not. And instead, the racists have everybody mad at the black folks.
So you heard the entire story and how it went down. Because there's video evidence of this man smacking this black man. And see, I can't play it up here because I'll get, I'll get striked. So, but I mean, it's available online if you guys want to go see it. But there's video evidence of this white man. Now, I don't know as far as him saying they have a right to kill him. But they have a right. I don't know about that. But in self-defense, in self-defense, if that because that's the thing, if somebody punch you hard enough, they can kill you. So that's the thing. If it could only take one punch and they could kill you, but they're defending themselves. So it don't have to be a gun or a knife. If I punch you hard enough, I could kill you because I'm defending myself.
You know, the only problem is those laws are not meant to protect black people.
Not at all.
You got to remember where you are. Ohio is a red state.
Right.
The law does not benefit black people. You have to. I was dating somebody a couple of years ago, and I told her I would never visit a red state.
Right.
I would not. It's like going down to Alabama and think I'm gonna have rights. No. I'm gonna fuck around and be hanging on a fucking tree. No.
Right.
You know, I don't have that. I wasn't born with that privilege to think I could go anywhere and be treated fairly. In the real world, no.
We got to be
that
smart.
stand your ground bullshit. It only pertains to white people.
Right.
So when that white woman got on TV and started crying them bucket tears that she was assaulted, who felt bad for her?
White
Other
people.
white people.
Right. Because we damn sure didn't.
No. But like I said, you have to be, in this day and time, you have to be careful where you go.
Yeah. But I mean, there are a few tap dancers online, you know, it has to be a few of them out there tap dancing, you know. Hey, I don't think she should have got, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Would I want her to get hit in the face? Absolutely not. I wouldn't have wanted none of that shit to happen at all, period. But it is his job to control himself so that his wife is not put in danger. Because once again, if a melee breaks out, and there it is again for the white people in the back and the other people and the little tap dancing cooneries in the back, you know, for those who can't understand, it's called a confused fight or scuffle, which means I don't know who's dangerous. I don't know. So I got to protect myself any way I possibly can. So here's the thing. So what if, and this is just since everybody like to do so many what ifs. What if I don't see this white woman as a danger because she's just trying to protect her husband. She's trying to pull me off and protect her husband. And she stabbed me in my neck. But because I didn't see her as a danger, I didn't protect myself. So now I got stabbed in the neck. And the only thing she's going to do is cry on TV because she felt unsafe. She may get a slap on the wrist, but I'm in the grave. My child has lost my children have lost their father. My wife has lost her husband. My parents have lost their son. My sister has lost her brother. But all you gotta do is cry, and you know it's okay. You know, yeah. But we don't care about his death.
But Grizz, think about Emmett Till.
Right.
How many black men have been wrongly murdered behind the tears of a white woman?
Exactly. The tears and lies. I mean, shit. We can go further than that. We can go to Rosewood. We can go to Black Wall Street.
Yep.
You know, I mean, there was so many different places that we can go where white tears or white jealousy has caused the lives of millions of black folk. And so when I see these tears online, I don't feel nothing. You ever been punched in the face? Why get in the middle of a fight if you can't take a punch to the face? Anyway, JB, what do you think, brother?
I've been pacing myself because I could come off very harshly about these situations, but the whole idea is that if you're in a bar, one, there's drinking, so that means everybody's perceptions are switched up, are skewed. Then groups of men, we've seen it at baseball games, football games, whether they escalate in the fights or not,
Right.
We talk a lot of shit. Sometimes you'll say something and people will laugh and laugh it off, but then that one person has their hurt feelings.
Right.
And then they get braggadocious or bodacious and they want to fight.
Right.
Then when they figure out that they're not going to win, they try to back off. But this wasn't the case. This was somebody who got his feelings hurt and thought that he was going to go in for round 2.
Right.
First of all, if you're over 30 years old and you're going out in the bars and getting into fights, you need to reevaluate your fucking life.
Yeah, that's number one. That's number one. And,
Number two, in any fight with a bunch of men, I've always seen men pull women away from the fight.
Push them out of the way.
Be it yours, be it mine. You're too close. You may get hurt. But in a room full of black people, a white woman is running towards this guy. They're not going to touch her because nobody won't go to jail.
Right.
Now, and the punch she received may have been, like you said, in defense of their own selves. They didn't know what she was coming to do. And totally 100% agree with Base. When they wrote those laws, they weren't expecting us to use them against them.
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the problems, one of the main issues,
we have to have 200% more proof that we are doing the right thing by those laws, and we have to have video evidence, and we have to have all these witnesses to prove something that if someone else of a different nationality does it, they're believed automatically.
Yep.
Hey, you know what, JB, to touch on what you just said, do you ever think about where they were, Ohio, and they got this stand your ground law, and you know that Ohio is a red state. Do you ever think for a minute that maybe that white guy started that fight on purpose because he knew how it was going to end?
I always think that way, but it's my conspiracy brain.
But with all the liquor and stuff that had to be involved since it was a bar fight, who's thinking at that point? That's all male machismo and people trying to do the thing. I'm sorry, hold on.
That's good. I thought that was me.
No, but you know what? But think about it. You know how we always talk about driving while black, walking while black, breathing while black. You ever think that maybe that dude was punching with privilege?
Right.
And
I
then,
like that.
And then I'm looking at it from a law enforcement aspect. When I go to a house to investigate a domestic violence situation, if I see any injuries to the man or the woman, somebody's getting locked up. So that woman jumped in that fight. She might have some drinks in her. She get punched in her Caucasian face.
Mm-hmm.
A clear black eye that Stevie Wonder could see. And now you sitting down crying with your fucking eye hanging out your fucking head. And everybody look like her is saying, oh, that poor woman.
Mm-hmm.
Those barbaric, and they always say white is pure, black is evil. So you got these 4 big black guys that had audacity to even think about hitting this poor white woman. And now she got physical evidence. And now from the White House on down to the shit house, everybody's looking at it like, oh my God, those black guys, those gorillas, they slapped that white woman and look at her eye. Oh my God, they need the death penalty.
Right.
Except for me, I was like, damn, she got too close. I burst out laughing.
Right.
When I saw her face, I was like, fucked around and found out.
But you know what nobody's talking about?
But the only problem is,
what's that?
When this thing goes to court,
yeah,
one of them guys gonna pay for that. One of them black guys gonna pay for it.
But you know what nobody's talking about?
What's
all
that?
of this thug shit that they, that's the new word for Negro.
That's the new word for nigga.
It was 2 black people that helped her up off the ground. Anybody heard about that?
But did you notice something? If you were to play the beginning of the video of the white man again,
what
color is the arm around that guy, the big white guy?
Who? Let's see.
And you know what? I haven't seen this video yet. How long ago this happened?
This was like last week.
Really?
Yeah, I believe it was last week. Let me see.
So now that more information has come out, it's looking like the Cincinnati.
Now
that's
around his back.
So now that more information has come out, it's looking like the Cincinnati Brawl narrative we were fed by all the races is complete bullshit. Of course, let's get
That's a
into
black arm around his back.
That's somebody, a black person trying to stop the fight, trying to pull him back, but we're the thugs. Cause see, I'm not gonna grab you around your waist if I'm trying to fight you. I'm decking you. I'm trying to pull you out of the melee. I'm trying to pull you out of the fray. Means I am trying to protect you.
That was
and
not
all your precious lily white skin.
That was not a tanned white man.
No.
That arm is brown.
That was not a black Russian.
that was on the bar.
Right. They had that drinking that at the bar.
The only way you going to
that
find
wasn't me.
a black Russian is on the bar.
But yeah. And there's one more video I want to play. I'm thinking this might be it. Hold on. There's a pastor that spoke on it. And I love this brother and the way he spoke so eloquently. And he asked the question. Here we go.
No punches were thrown. A kick was tried that didn't land. And for those who want to racialize it, then a black man stepped in between the combatants, separated them, and said, this is enough, stop fighting, everybody needs to chill. And then for those who want to racialize it, the white man then steps back in the ring and slaps not the black man that he had just squared up with, but slaps another black man. So after that, he was met with disproportionate force. For those who want to politicize it, the J.D. Vances and the Vivek Ramaswamys and the Bernie Marinos and the Christopher Smithermans and many others who want to politicize it, they have not yet said something that I always hear when a black person, say, runs from the police and then is met with disproportionate force, sometimes ending their life. What we hear is, well, why did they run? Why didn't they just comply? We hear that every time. But I've yet to hear anybody say, why didn't he just walk away? So let me back up so you understand this. Two combatants, one black, one white. A black man steps in, breaks it up. The white guy re-engages, slaps, not the black man that he had just squared up with, but slaps another black man. And nobody's asking, why didn't he just walk away? And so when I see, and I don't know who else the chief is looking for or CPD is looking for, but when I see the mugshots, I only see people who look like me. I don't see the person who re-engaged, slapped not the initial person, but slapped another black man. So I don't see the slapper's mugshot. And so sadly, I have to agree with those who are politicizing this and racializing this. I have to agree with the Smithermans, the Ramaswamys, the Marinos, Corey Bowman. This is racial because it is unequal justice. And so until we see all the mugshots, this is still a racial issue.
Yeah. So I don't think I could have said it better than myself.
Right.
He broke that down so eloquently. And he broke down how the actual situation happened. And once again, he said, and that's one of the biggest questions. Why didn't he walk away?
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, one of his biggest jobs is to protect his woman.
Yeah.
She's in danger. And I don't know if you thought, I believe some white people think that their skin is bulletproof or punch proof or kick proof, or it's not. And I would like to point back to a day in history that is going down as, you know, a Black American history. It is a day that is looked at as a Black American holiday. It's
Chair
called the
team?
Montgomery Ball.
Oh. The chair team?
Yeah. The concerto. Yes, the Montgomery Brawl. We not taking your shit no goddamn more. I don't think you understood. There was a brother that swam from a barge to fight. We are not taking your shit anymore. And you paint us as thugs. The worst thugs that ever happened in this country came when you came over on the fucking Mayflower. Those were the thugs. We just learned how to be that. Y'all are our greatest teachers. We didn't do thuggery and thugonomics and thug shit over in Africa. We who were born in this country, because they weren't just Native American, because there were black people who were Native American. There were black people that were born in this country, whose lineage starts in this country. So we weren't thugs and shit like that. We learned how to be thugs. As a matter of fact, some of the original thugs, the word thugs come from your language, comes from the English language. Those were the Peaky Blinders back over in England. Those people, those were the original thugs. So now you want to repackage and rebrand that shit and put it on black bodies. No. You can hold on to that shit. You can hold on to that shit. Oh, the word hoodlum was also
For
a white construct.
Groups of white men who terrorized the streets of London.
Exactly. Hoodlums. Yes. Skullduggery. All of this shit came from your folk. You just decided to rebrand it and make it us. No, man. See, here's the thing. Gone are the days when you can just walk up and slap us, or we can't talk to y'all, or we can't laugh loud, or we can't learn how to read, or those days are done. And understand, and I need you to really understand this. This new generation of kids don't give a fuck. I want you to really hear me. This new generation of children don't give one single shit. They're gonna hurt you. They're gonna hurt you. See, our grandparents learned how to go along to get along. The people, the great grandparents and great grandparents, they had to learn how to go along to get along. This shit started with Gen X. It started actually with the black boomers, when the Black Panther Party and all of the political understanding and the Black Power movements and things of that started at that time. Those seeds were starting to be planted, and then the seeds went further with the Gen X black folks, where we started to speak truth to power, where we had people like Public Enemy, and we had African Bambaataa and people like that. We had all of these people that were speaking positive blackness. Now we got away from it. And yes, it was some fucked up shit. We got away from it. But understand this. The seeds of not bowing down, that's already there now. You ain't going to unplant those seeds. Those trees have now grown into what the America is now calling YNs. It will hurt you. Gen Xers, we gonna hurt you. Black boomers that are still around, they gonna hurt you. Y'all need to stop. You need to stop. This is a public service announcement to white folk. We don't want to hurt you. We don't want to. We'd rather you leave us alone. Matter of fact, the white people that moved into that whites only town, goddamn, more power to you. More power.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. Oh, by the way, don't take any black inventions. Don't take any black food. Don't take any Hispanic food. Don't take any Chinese food. Go do me a favor. Do your research properly. Go find out all English inventions. You know, I need you to go get your spotted dick, your bangers and mash. What else did they have? Oh, you know what? They're French as well. So they're so go get your croissant. You know, go get those things. Go get your snails, your escargot. See, there's some things you have cuisine. You have cuisine. Just don't eat ours. No more fried chicken. Don't do it. Don't do none of that. You be over in that town and be as pure and as lily white as possible.
And have fun with it.
Have as much fun as you possibly can. I pray that you grow and become as beautiful and as pure as you feel like you are. But understand this. I need you to really understand that your skin is not pure. It's actually a degenerative gene from black. I'm sorry if that hurt a little bit. Go ahead, brother.
My brother.
What's up, brother?
So they're going to be in the dark with no internet, no security systems, no cars.
Nope. Can't get heart surgery. Can't get brain surgery.
Can't eat peanut butter.
Nope. Can't have that.
Can't have pasteurized milk.
No video games. No internet.
Right.
That's a Nigerian, brother.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's going to be one hell of a town.
Horse and buggy, baby.
No porn.
No porn. Oh no, they got that. They've been doing that shit, so they can have that. They
Nah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's Amish.
You know
porn.
what? You know what the difference is?
What's up, brother?
Those all white towns, they're going to be able to live and flourish, but on the flip side, trying to create an all black town, we're not going to get that support.
Well, you know what, brother? Believe it or not, they've done the one thing that nobody wants to say out loud.
What's that?
They're not taking all white people with them. They know the ones ain't supposed to go.
The ones that
That's
like
the
them.
problem. Yeah. Well, not even the ones that like us. The ones that live in the trailer park right now. There's a reason that trailer park exists. Because even amongst white society, they're unacceptable. So we don't take the niggas with us. We want respectable black folk, people that actually want to build the town. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, what
so you take people with the like mentality.
What did Chris Rock said? I think it was Chris Rock. JB, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Chris Rock said, "I love black people, but I can't stand niggas."
Correct. Right. And here's the thing: they come in all colors. So understand this: niggas don't mean black.
Yeah.
Niggas don't mean black, because guess what the trailer park people are? White niggas. They wiggers. They wiggers. I'm pretty sure there are some Asians. Those are chiggers. You know, so I'm pretty sure that they're in every society. There are undesirables.
But you know what? Isn't it funny how history keeps repeating itself?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They know ain't nothing new. Ain't no new. I will repeat, Mr. He said. Shout out to Mr. He said. Ain't no new information.
No
new information. We recycle history like a son bitch. The problem is the new people recycling old shit that don't understand the history of the old shit. So they keep on perpetuating the same cycle because they don't take the time to go understand and learn. See, for me personally, there's something recently just happened with Dr. Umar Johnson, and a lot of people are laughing at him and ridiculing him and things of that nature. Now, I'm not sure if it was some bullshit, if Dr. Umar was on some bullshit. Would like to believe that he wasn't. It's not looking very good. But every time we get a black leader, people find a reason to have a problem with him instead of finding a reason to keep him level. Because even Dr. King had his people that will call him out on his bullshit. Even Malcolm X had people that'll call you out on you. You have to have those people around you. If you are just by yourself trying to lead a community, you will always fail. You'll always fail because you have to have, though. Think about it. there's a reason Jesus had disciples. Some people had to tell us not to move, right? No, not that one, not that. You have to have those people around you. Like with JB, if he's making a horrible damn decision, how long you think Sheila gonna be quiet?
2 or 3 seconds.
That's about it. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Her eyes will be the 1 second, and then her mouth will be the second.
And there it is. So when you have to have people that are checks and balances in your life.
She's still sitting right there.
I know.
JB, I'm
She's
watching your
looking at
eyes. Bro. I'm watching your eyes.
That's how you cut them out. But that's the thing, bro. Like the thing is, you have to have, if you're trying to do something astronomical and great, you can do a lot by yourself, but when you have a team, man, you want to talk about how much more powerful you can be. Like Sheila is your team and you're hers. You guys piggyback off of one another and help build an empire, not even just through yourselves, through the way your children move. So you guys have built an empire, and then your grandkids will be the same part of that empire because of where it started with you guys, where it started with your parents and things of that nature. So you guys have built that. And so when Dr. Umar is out here by himself talking and teaching and speaking and all this other stuff, I don't see anybody around that is his checks and balances. He's by himself all the time. So of course you're going to make some slip ups and stupid mistakes and things. And don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, you can't tell a black man what he's supposed to do, any man what he's supposed to do, but you can mention it to him. So if some shit comes down from it, you have that moment to say, I told you not to do that shit. You got to have those people in place, people that you can trust. And instead of us trying to figure out what happened, we shit on him, we talk horrible about him. And don't get me wrong, he's earned some of this stuff. I love the guy. Don't get me wrong, I love the guy. I've always wanted him to win. I'm still want him to win. I want him to win because of his message and what he stands for. But to kick him while he's in the middle of what he's going through, people calling him a scammer and all this other stuff, I don't know. But every time we get somebody who's trying to uplift the black community, we find ways to shit on him. And I think that's where a lot of our problems comes in, because if I was to tomorrow shut down my fragrance channel, shut down the Grizzly, and just turn it into an all black, pro-black situation, first of all, my followers would go up. But do you know how many detractors I would have overnight? Overnight. Right. Simply because, okay, here we go with another one of these motherfuckers over here trying to talk this pro-black shit. Well, how about just great blacks instead of just just great black greatness? But the thing about it is anytime you try to lean into that type of stuff, you got more black people that got a problem with you than you got white folk.
Yeah.
That's because we are conditioned to
hate,
not like each other, not trust each other. Some of us don't even like ourselves.
Right. And I think where a lot of these issues, this is why a Russian man can come slap a black man in the middle of Cincinnati. Now, it's not that he didn't reach any repercussions. The problem is the fact that he thought that shit was okay in the first place. See, do you think he would have slapped a Jewish man like that?
No, that's a hate crime.
Do you think he would have slapped a Hispanic man like that?
Nope, that's a hate crime.
But slapping a black person, what is that? A slap?
Mm-hmm.
It's a slap. But the hate crime was the retaliation now.
Yeah.
Instead of the initiation, it's the retaliation that is considered the hate crime. So, Mr. Vicissitude.
Yes.
What, in your opinion, do you feel like is going to happen with this entire situation with these the black men that were picked up and the Russian guy? Do you think the Russian guy is going to receive any kind of penalties, or do you think it's just going to be all on these black men?
Unfortunately, we know where this is going. It's definitely that guy's just gonna walk around freely, no repercussions whatsoever. And the narrative will be that apparently these thugs are the cause of all these problems.
Right. So everybody, Lady Shy shared something with me about 2 weeks ago. Hadn't had a chance to say it, but I have a chance to say it right now. You can't start a fire and then tell it how to burn.
Right.
And I thought that was so profound when she said that. See, Lady Shy can be wise. But no, she literally said it. She said you can't start a fire and then tell her how it's supposed to burn. You can't start a fight and then tell people how the fight's supposed to come out. That's called a prize fight. And even with that, you can't tell them the outcome. You can control the confines in which the fight is happening. You can control the rules in which the fight happens, but you ain't never going to control the winner and how brutal it is. A fight's a fight, no matter how you try to fix it or rework it. A fight is always going to be a fight, and if we're talking about a street fight, or like I said before, let's do it again because apparently some people don't learn. A melee, you can't control that. It's already out of control because if it's the word melee is used, that means the fight's already out of control, which means that potentially anyone out there, even children, even though God forbid, thank God there were none, but even children could have gotten hurt with that. So for me, it was one of those things where in that entire situation, that white guy, Russian man, Pietro, whatever the hell your name is, I don't know. You could have walked away. And that lady wouldn't have a mouse on her eye right now. Or like we said back in the hood, she got a frog on her eye. She wouldn't have a frog on her eye right now had you just walked your ass off.
But you don't.
And then she's walking around with a cane. Bro, they hit her in the face. She got a cane.
But you don't. If you gotta look at the bigger picture, you don't think that she got what she wanted?
I know she got what she wanted because she has a GoFundMe out now.
Mm-hmm.
She has a GoFundMe. I'm afraid to go outside. I'm afraid of the world that my children, bitch, our kids have been afraid of the goddamn world that we have to tell our children how to interact with police at 5 years old. We got to start at 5 because by the time they're 10, they look like adults apparently to white men. But now you're afraid of the world your children are going to walk into. What is it? A world of check and balances where they can't just go outside, put their hands on black people and not expect repercussions? Yeah, you should be afraid of that world because they're going to get fucked up if you don't teach them now.
But see, the problem is she's not afraid. That what her and that white guy did, they're using the system for their own satisfaction.
Of course.
Because when the legal system gets a hold of this, it ain't going to be that white woman. It ain't gonna be that white guy. It's gonna be those black guys.
Exactly, all of them. And
Yeah.
and here's the thing. This is where now we don't need the Uncle Toms. We don't need the Rocket Raccoons. And this is not me name calling. This is me telling you that your mindset is fucked. Because if you can't see exactly what Base just laid out so eloquently, this is a whole fucking setup.
Yep.
That, yes, we fell for. But this was a whole fucking setup. Because you hit somebody and conveniently the Russian man disappears because they're not going to have sympathy for the Russian guy, but they will have it for that white woman.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
They ain't gonna have no sympathy for that Russian man, but that white woman, oh my God, she cried. She cried.
When she comes to court, she's gonna be in a wheelchair and probably have a neck thing on.
Yeah, she already walking around with a cane.
Oh yeah, she gonna get that sympathy, and Lord knows, Ohio, if most of those jurors are white.
Yeah.
You know what?
And
I just want to add this because I'm so proud of our city right now. And I'm so proud of the things that are going on because we have stemmed the tide of all of the senseless violence.
Right.
To a point where it hasn't been like this in over 50 years.
Say that one more time.
We've had some of the most intelligent mayors in office. We had some of the most do-nothing mayors in the office. And it took the youngest mayor in the office to help figure out some of the things because to me, he was closer to the youth. He spent money on the youth. Do you know that last year around this time, it was over 110 murders? How many this year? Under 90.
Under 90.
Well, you got to remember, JB, it's only August.
Yeah, but remember last year, we only, we didn't even have 200 murders.
Yeah. And every year since he's been the mayor, it's gone down.
Because right now,
every year, brother,
around 84, and last year around this time it was 110.
Yeah. Now understand this: if you in the city, somebody getting killed.
That's a 50-year low base.
Yeah, from the 70s. And brother, I understand you looking at it from a police officer, but I need you to look at it from a different standpoint.
I'm
looking at it from where I work and what I see every day.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You seeing it. The numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie. Numbers don't.
But you have to trust the numbers.
Yeah, that's the numbers. Those are the numbers.
Okay, all right.
And so for the thing is, it's like for me, the young brother is doing great work. He's doing excellent work.
Right. He's
and here's the thing: he can't do it by himself.
No, he
the
cannot.
good thing is there are people helping him. Thank God there are people who actually believe. I believe in him. I believe in him. I believed in him since day one. That's why I voted for him.
And
I believed in him since day one.
And Bates, don't take it the wrong way. I'm not saying that this is perfect by any means, because anytime someone loses their life anywhere in Baltimore, it's a sad day for our city. But for the numbers that they're reporting to us and that we're seeing, because there are some things where people are in the hospital and they don't get moved over to a homicide unless they die and things like that shift the numbers. I mean, things that could have happened in another jurisdiction, but they started in ours. Like someone could have been shot in Baltimore, went to GBMC or whatever in the county, and it's not on our books as a homicide, but it gets shifted by the end of the year too. I understand all that, but I'm just saying the levels that we used to hear, like even in my neighborhood, which is an okay neighborhood. It's not the greatest. It's an okay neighborhood. I don't hear the sirens. I don't hear the errant gunshots as much as I did. I mean, 4th of July, I was like, is that a gun? Because it's dropped down so low in my own area. Not saying that it's not still happening by no means, but I'm just saying that there's a shift, and paying more attention to the young people and what they're going through is going to help to de-escalate a lot of stuff that's going on.
So far it has. I mean, of course, things could always ramp up. We understand that. But at the end of the day, right now, as we look at the numbers now, the bullshit that Trump said on TV was exactly that, bullshit. Because he's saying the most violent cities in the United States, and he happened to name all cities that have black mayors. That's the first thing he did. He named all cities that had black mayors.
Well, Baltimore is still in the top. Baltimore is still in the top 10 of most violent cities in America.
Yeah, because it's been that way for 50 years, except for the last couple with this man in office. Look, I know, bro, but that's the thing, bro. Like, you got to find some kind of a way to find the silver lining that's happening right now. There is a shift happening. Now, I understand what you see when you go to the court, but that's a microcosm of the rest of the people in the city. Because everybody in the city ain't coming through that court.
But it's not just that. I talk to working police that are out there.
Right.
That are out there fighting crime.
Right.
And these juveniles are off the chain, bro.
Oh yeah, look, bro.
Off the
I
chain.
see that for myself.
And
That's
see,
the thing. I
problem is-
see it.
the
You know what I
problem-
mean?
The problem is there's nothing here for these juveniles to do.
Yeah, which is why he's starting to open up programs. He has programs opening up even just in the next couple of months. So he's now trying to put PAL centers and stuff back in the communities, opening up rec centers. He's trying to do that, which no other mayor tried to do.
But you know who closed them down in the first place?
Yeah, that was that damn what was that?
Sheila
Fucking
Dixon.
O'Malley. Was it
That was
Sheila?
Sheila Dixon.
Yeah.
Sheila Dixon shut the PAL programs down.
Right. And he's opening it back up. He's
But-
opening that up. He's opening up rec centers. He's trying to
Right. But see,
think about his age demographic though. Think about where he's at. He saw the shit. He was in the middle of the shit in his age demographic. So he has a unique vision of what they're thinking because of how old he is. So he understands this is what we need. Now we already knew what we needed, but unfortunately, we had some piece of shit mayors. I think the last good mayor we had was Kurt Schmoke.
Yeah.
I think that's the last good. O'Malley was
50-50.
And then he trash.
50-50 is not good.
How you say it? No comment. No comment.
He trash. I
But-
said he was trash.
And that's a fair assumption.
But then you got Sheila Dixon, unfortunately, trash. And Stephanie Rollins Blake, dumpster fire. Pugh, come on now. Do we even have to come on? Whoo. And so
You know what, Grizz, the only
What's up,
problem I have with the PAL programs in some of these neighborhoods, if you remember how the PAL programs were back when they were in full force, they
Right.
were in some of the worst neighborhoods in Baltimore City. But see,
Right.
the problem with the PAL programs is back then they had one or two police, maybe two or three in every PAL center. But the problem is, because of the consent decree, we don't have the police like we used to. You will be surprised at how low the numbers are for law enforcement.
well, I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't know if you ever had to call 911 for something, but it takes now you call, you get an answer machine.
Right. Oh, I've had to.
So my problem with the PAL program is you're not going to be able to open up a PAL program in some neighborhoods without police in there. Yeah, I'm not going to. I mean, I don't have no little kids now, but I'm not going to send my kid to a PAL program in Western District if ain't no police in there to protect them.
Right.
Right. And also to your point, Baltimore is still in the top 5 ranked by most violent cities.
Mm-hmm.
But they used to be number 1, and for a long time they were number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right behind who? Chicago?
Memphis,
Yeah, Memphis.
which most people don't even really the top 4
Associate
are
with violence.
Tennessee, St. Louis, Missouri, Detroit, Michigan, and Baltimore is number 4. But closely behind Baltimore is Oakland, California.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like they saying that Baltimore is only 4th because when you do the percentage over the years, the 2-year shift that's happening doesn't drop it low enough to drop Baltimore out of the top 5.
Right.
Yet.
Even
But
though
if we have another year like this,
it'll
3
take us
years
out of
into
there.
that decade, that's going to drop it, and we should be a lot lower if the numbers stay true.
Stay consistent. Yeah. Stay consistent, stay true. And if
but
we can
I understand you see and know more of this, and I don't doubt that your expertise is not at a high level. So I'm not, I don't poo-poo anything you say. I'm just saying that we need more young people to invest in the young people because they're closer to the problem. And I think that helps you. But what made Brandon more successful is that he found the right older people to listen to.
Right.
He didn't go for the yes men and the people that were gonna try to push money this way and that way to help out their friends. He went to the people who were older than him, who would tell him the right things to do. I.e., why you don't hear all of the convolution that used to be in a police department where it was getting aired out on public TV every 5 days.
Right.
I know it's still not a great world over there. Believe me, I've got firsthand knowledge. It's still not a great world over there, but at least a lot of that other bullshit that was on there isn't there. Everything is getting a little bit better. Just you see the gap in my fingers is a little bit better. Look, no gap.
Right, brother.
I haven't opened my fingers yet. It's a little bit better.
Hey, JB, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Riz, I got a question for you as well.
Of
When's
course.
the last time you guys been down in Inner Harbor?
It's been a couple weeks.
Do you feel comfortable going down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the weekends are worse.
I've never felt uncomfortable in the harbor.
I think the weekends are worse because kids tend to congregate down there a lot more. And of course, when you have groups of young people, you're going to see some dumb stuff.
Believe it or not, Base, whenever I'm around young folk, they do not fuck with me. I don't get fucked with. I mean, I don't know what it is.
Oh, I mean, Base, you over 6 feet. So they see you coming, they're going to be like, let OG out the way. Come on, let some room for OG.
That's my name. But that's what I'm saying. And with me, I don't get fucked with. I've never like, I'll be in the middle of a crowd of young people. I'll walk right through, and I don't walk. That's the thing. I'm never disrespectful either. I don't have that air of get out of my way. I'm an elder. No, I don't do none of that shit. You know what I mean? And I don't carry myself that way, and they never fuck with me.
Well, what time of day do you go down there?
Night.
Yeah,
I'm at work during the day. So if I go, I'm going at night. And the thing is, the only time I don't go down the harbor is during the fireworks celebration. Too many damn people. It's too many people. For me, it's like I have more of a fear of too many people than I do of just too many black people. You see, more shit gets started when it's too many people, period, than it is just too many black folk. See, black folk, regardless of what people may think, we do know how to conduct ourselves in public.
Some of us.
Sometimes when the mixing, that's the thing, that goes with white folk too. Some of them motherfuckers don't know how to act.
Did you guys hear what was going on at the AFRAM this year?
No, something. I didn't hear. I thought I heard something about there was shooting or something.
There was a group of young black people down there, masked up, running through the crowd, beating up people.
Was it true?
And guess
or
what?
Was it just some shit said?
And guess what? There was hardly no police there.
But that's the thing. Was it true, or was that just some shit they were saying?
No, it was true.
So the thing about it is, bro, you can't erase horrible fucking people. Welcome, Richie Rich, to the damn building. What's up, brother?
What's up,
going
Rich?
on?
What's happening?
How you feeling?
Nothing. I just got off to work and I was listening to the conversation. I heard they said about being comfortable in the harbor. I just wanted to tell a quick story real quick, right?
What's up, brother?
So me and my lady went down. We had like a day date, right?
Right.
And we went downtown and we had a awesome times. We ended up at Fells Point, right?
Right.
And we did some shit like, you know, back then when you get ice cream with your lady and shit, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm lactose
Yeah.
intolerant.
Good
I ain't
shit.
supposed to eat this shit, but but fuck it. I'm with her. So we had a ball, and I watched these young niggas walk by. It was a group of one, it was a group of two, and it was a group of three and shit. They ain't knew each other. They were just walking by. And was they mob like? I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes. But was they bothering nobody? No. They didn't bother nobody. Till this one old nigga walked past them for no fucking reason and said, the young nigga's out. Guess I gotta go home. Now he caused attention to himself. I had to say it. He caused attention to himself, and he just attacked because how they looked. And it doesn't always have to be out your mouth. Sometimes it could be your facial shit. We taught as black men to always watch our surroundings.
Right. Right.
So if I'm walking past somebody and I see a nigga just mug me because I might look a certain way, yeah, I'm gonna feel a certain way.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna always respond and act
Yeah, because
out.
it ain't always worth the response.
Yeah, but
You know.
You can't shoot a nigga. You can't smack a nigga. He shoots you and you say he overreacted.
So Rich, what happened to the older dude that said something to these
The
Did
young
they do
fella.
anything to him, or he just said what he
Nah,
said?
they just started talking. They just started talking shit. Actually, they flamed his ass. I ain't even gonna fuck.
What is that? What is that? What does that mean?
They flamed his ass. You can ask my girl. They flamed his ass.
What is that? What does that mean? I don't.
They were joking him. They were
They
cracking him.
chalk. They shitted on him.
Oh,
So look, he
Yeah.
want to put it. He want to put his cop ears on, nigga. I ain't saying nobody.
I
got
don't. I
shot.
don't. No, I don't understand.
Calm down.
No, Rich. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm an older guy. I don't understand some of the young
New
lingo. I
vernacular.
don't understand.
Colloquialisms.
They were playing the dozen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, they
were playing-
shitted on him. They
What the
shitted
fuck?
on
Do
him.
you understand that shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Malcolm X shoe wearing redhead.
They was
Yeah.
fucking with him, but he caused the attention to himself. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah. And you know what the thing about it is, base, and that's you believe it or not, regardless. First of all, like Rich said, as a black man, I'm taught to watch my surroundings, and from what the environment I came from, I watch my back any damn way because I came from that shit. I still got PTSD from a lot of that shit. But at the end of the day, I don't carry myself that way. So I don't draw that attention to myself. Say they don't fuck with me. They don't fuck with me. They don't say nothing sideways to my lady. They don't do nothing because of how I carry myself. I carry myself like a king. I carry myself in a way that I am not above you, but I ain't playing with you either.
And
So
Grizz
it's
is
one of
saying
those
all
things
about
where
that.
it's like, okay, you know, Unc over there, we ain't gonna fuck with him. He ain't fucking with us.
And
We
Grizz,
cool.
it's not all about that. It's about the golden fucking rule. And I ain't talking about the Bible. I'm talking about the golden rule that we was taught years ago. It's called mind your fucking business.
That's it. I don't bother them, they don't bother me.
God damn.
I think a lot of times when people are constantly, I feel like this, and I came up like this too, Base. Whenever I went somewhere and people kept staring at me, yeah, I got a fucking issue. Cause like, what the fuck you keep staring at me for? What's going on? What you trying to do? And so the thing about it is I understand how that feels. So if I walk past a bunch of young black men, I'm not gonna stare at them because I already know what that trigger brings. Because it's like, you look like you're trying to do something. Because that's my mentality back in the day. But because I grew up like that, I understand what kind of trigger that'll bring. But a lot of times people don't get that. They say something, they mess with them. You know what I mean? It's always, and don't get me, sometimes they'll fuck with people. Don't get me wrong. There are bad elements in every single place. Like you can't tell me you ain't seen some trash ass white folks starting shit. Because I know I have.
And bitch,
I've
you gotta
seen
understand
Hispanic people, like I've seen Hispanic people run from other Hispanic people because those are the troublemakers.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen. So, what's up?
And Base should understand that. Base, you grew up in the Jim Crow era. You should understand that type of thing.
Hey, Rich. For your information, we're still in the Jim Crow era, bro. We are still here.
He was at the start
And
of it.
and when it, I'm gonna tell you, when it comes
Nigga,
to
you went
trust,
to school with Jim Crow himself.
when it comes to trust, I don't trust anybody. I don't give a fuck what color you are.
And one thing I'd like to add is that we also have to remember that because of the way our laws have shifted, young people will respect you, but they don't all have to be. They don't feel they have to be quiet about stuff when they feel they're being disrespected.
Right.
And they're more vocal now. So that's why more people are saying, oh, when I was your age, I wasn't allowed to say that. And the first thing they'll say is that, yeah, this ain't your age. This is our age. And we're not just going to let people disrespect us and you blame it on the fact they're older.
And y'all know where that come from? Y'all know where that come from?
What's that?
Y'all kids. And I don't mean y'all as y'all three personally. But listen, as a kid, you say wild shit, and at some point it had to stick with us that we're not going to do the same thing that we was brought up, right? So
Yeah.
I remember, I'll never forget this shit, right? When we was working in like, almost cursed. I'm sorry. When we was working at that company, working at that company, I thought about this shit, right? Because this girl said, when I was growing up, my mother wouldn't let me say nothing. I couldn't talk back. I couldn't do nothing. And I don't want that for my child. So I'm letting her know if she feels a certain way or he feels a certain way, speak up on it. And that's what they doing. That's all they doing. So if I'm not saying they doing it right.
Right.
I'm not saying everyone
Because
doing it right now.
I did teach my son that, but I taught him to do it respectfully.
Yeah.
There's a way to get your point across without being disrespectful, because most people will hear you if you're saying it in a respectable way. And it's not even about the tone. It's about the words that I'm listening to. I'm listening to what you're saying as opposed to how you're saying it.
And you gotta remember too.
What's up?
Older people, and the older I get, I feel this way too. So I'm starting to learn this. We don't like when younger people talk back to us. It's like if I say go do this, why is not really disrespectful, but like bitch, because I said so. Like,
Right.
Like we don't like to be questioned by younger people at all.
We don't.
Which
But you
is
know
fucked
what?
up. Which is fucked up because we supposed to be teaching them the game. They supposed to ask us questions.
But see, here's the thing. Caleb did that one day. And shout out to my baby boy. I asked him to do something. It was not the fact that he asked me why, it's how he asked me. He said, Dad, I just need you to do me a favor. I'm not trying to be smart, but how does this make sense? That's what he asked me. And I had to explain to him how it made sense. And because I explained it and talked to him and didn't say, just do what the fuck I said, I sat and I said, you know what? The fact that he was able to verbalize it that way, and it wasn't disrespectful. It wasn't the way he came like, why I gotta do no, he didn't do that, because you already know that that's going to end up in one of these. But it was the way he said it, and I respected the fact that I want him to question shit. I want him to question things that don't make sense to him, but there's a way to say it, especially when it comes to authority. I'm the authority in the house. I'm your dad. So you can ask a question, and I will answer the question, especially if it's a question that's something like the question that he asked. So it's something that, okay, there's a reason why I'm doing it, and here's the reason why. And because he understood the reason why, and he understood there was a good reason why, went on and did it. He said, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know,
that's
because
the
I was
culture that you put in your house, and that's respect.
Right.
Think about everybody else's culture that they got in their house. Most of them living with their parents, raising a kid. So they watching their mother talk to their mother.
Right.
And that might sound crazy. That might look crazy to them. So they was like, well, I seen you talk to granny or grandpa like this.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? So you also teaching. Yeah, you still teaching the same thing. Because
Hey,
kids,
Rich, have you ever done this? Because you're a parent now, right?
I'm not no. Whoa, slow down.
Oh, you got no kids?
Whoa.
Jesus fucking Christ, nigga.
Stepdad on here.
No, I'm serious. I didn't know. You don't have no kids yet?
I just dated a lot of women with kids. I seen that shit.
Oh, okay. Well, one day you're gonna have kids, and Grizz and JB, they can attest to this. You're gonna say things that your parents said, and you ain't even gonna think about it. It's just gonna come out your mouth.
Boy, you ain't never lied. I done said some shit my father said, and I had to look at myself like, the fuck did I just say? I hated when he said that shit.
Yeah.
But then at that moment, I understood. This is why he said it.
Yep.
Oh, because when he said it initially, I was mad as a motherfucker.
You know,
JB.
You know what made me upset with my
What's
mom?
that?
He said, if I asked my mom something about something she said to me, and she go, God said it, I believed it, so that settles it.
Let me tell you.
And argue with God.
Yeah, my grandfather told me a old ass saying that I realized was an old ass saying now, right?
What's that?
But I didn't realize it till I'm gonna say maybe. I think I talked to Jerry about this shit. I'm not sure, but maybe like a year ago, I understood what the fuck he was talking about. He said, "You're not as great as you are, that you think you are, but you're not as bad as what they say you are." And I ain't never thought about this shit. Till one day, I was doing some dumb shit, I was like, yo, I ain't shit. And then I looked, Jerry, I think I was talking to you, Jerry. And I think Jerry said the exact same shit. And I looked at him, I was like, damn, my grandfather said the same shit. I said, my grandfather said the same shit. Like, yeah, well, it hits.
But you know what, Rich? I think coming up, I know you came up probably like I did. When your parents are saying the same thing to you over and over and over again, it in your subconscious, it's a part of who you are.
Yeah. It becomes it.
Yeah.
Because I remember something my father said to me, and I ain't never forgot it, because my father, when I tell you, my father was smooth as silk. And he had to say it loud. I remember I questioned him about something. He looked me in my face. He got real close to me. He said, if I said the words, I meant the words. I ain't.
Okay.
And here's the funny thing. There was a time when this happened with me and my kid, and I turned around and said the same thing what my father said without thinking. I said, let's fucking say. And I called him. And he said, well, if you said what you said, you meant what you said. That's it. You ain't got to keep explaining yourself to a child.
But that's part of teaching too, right?
Right. My father said it.
You gotta understand that.
Right.
But teaching and allowing kids to be disrespectfully smart are two totally different
That's
things.
a different thing. Yeah. See, I can teach you. I can't teach you in the middle of a disrespectful moment.
Right.
See, I got to reel you in so that I can show you why. But if I have to, in the moment of reeling you in, I'm just trying to teach you how not to get fucked up.
Right.
That's the only teaching I'm doing right now.
My kids will tell you in a hot minute they didn't like everything that I said or all the times I said no, but they're grateful that I did now because they understand. And they don't have kids yet. And their idea of raising kids, they say they're going to ship them over to Baltimore and let me and their mama raise them. And I was like, I said, that will not happen. They can come, they will get spoiled, and they will come back home to you because we gave you all the tools you need to raise them like you were raised.
Right. And that's a big hell no for any kids coming this way. No.
And you better do the right thing. The wrong thing will lead them down the wrong path.
Mm-hmm. Now, I will give advice, but I even told Caleb, because I told all my kids, look, when I became a dad, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I had zero fucking clue what I was doing. Just watching your father doesn't make you a father.
Not at all.
I got lucky.
Your kids are not you. That's the thing. Your kids are not you.
And every book written on raising kids was written from a skewed point of view.
Especially from people that ain't got kids. There's always people that ain't got kids.
Yep.
Or the kids was not like your kids, and you're trying to raise your kids in a different realm or a different reality than what they were raised.
Because there are homes where you may have 5 boys. 3 of them might want to play football. One of them is a musician, and the other one is a scientist. But you can't handle all 3 of them the same way. It's going to be different things that you have to do with them. Now, don't get me wrong. The same life lessons apply to everybody, but you're going to deal with each child different. Even with the 3 football players, they all going to handle the game different. You may have out of those 3, one that's actually great, and the other 2 might just be okay. But you got to find a way to maintain greatness in the great one and pull greatness out of the other 2. You know what I mean? Or at least pull consistency out of the 2. Whereas the other 2 children, you have to show them that same level of love and that same level of enthusiasm about what it is that they're doing. Because you can't just, because I played football, I can't just love the football players, because I got 2 other kids here that I gotta be a different but the same kind of parent to, which is insane if you think about it. But you got to do it, because if you got a boy and a girl, that's 2 different ways of raising.
Lord, yes,
that is 2 different ways of raising. But you got to give the same amount of love, but different parenting styles, because they both won't react to the same parenting style the same way. Now, it's not that you coddle one more, it's that one has to have a different level of movement, a different level of thought process, a different level of explanation or talking to. You know what I mean? And so you're gonna maneuver differently with different kids. You know what I mean? And I have no idea how the hell we got here. But
and you know what, Grizz, and to touch
What's up,
on
bro?
what you and JB just said, you and JB had a luxury that I didn't have coming up. I never knew who I met my father one time when I was 10. So me becoming a father, I didn't have a father to base my knowledge off of.
Right.
I had to, just like you said, and JB said it very well.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a book that showed me how to be a father. I had to wing it.
Right.
You know, I used some of the stuff my mother showed me, but a woman, now correct me if I'm wrong, a woman cannot be a father.
Cannot.
Cannot.
No.
Cannot.
No.
You know, but you know what the funny thing is, Base?
What's that,
my
brother?
dad's I didn't get parented by my dad till I was 19.
But was he in your life?
No.
Oh, so he wasn't in your
I mean,
life
he
at
was
all.
around. I'd seen him here and there, but I wasn't consistently around my dad. I was around my stepfather. Now
Oh, so
he
you
showed
had
me
a-
other stuff, so I did have him.
You had a male figure.
Yeah, so I had strong male figures around. So I did have, and the thing about it is both of their parenting styles was different. Whereas my father had a tough grizzled parenting style, whereas Nathan's parenting style was more street. So this is why my mentality is the way it is towards women, the way it is towards black positivity, the way it is towards black love, because that's the stuff that they've instilled in me along with my mother.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so, but even with that, when I had to be a dad, man, fuck I'm supposed to do with this thing. I didn't know what the hell to do with it. And I remember the first time that and this just real quick story, first time that because my ex-wife, shout out to my ex-wife, she she was always wash my son all the way up till I think he was like 2, maybe 3, just washing him, you know. And I remember one day she left him home with me to wash. Now understand this, that my baby, but I was not touching on his tenders. I taught him that day how to wash his own ass. Because, son, what you're not going to do is just walk around and think. I don't want my black son to think that the world will be handed to him. People ain't going to be washing your balls and stuff like on Coming to America. That's not what this is. You're going to have to understand how to make this happen.
Wait a minute. If you teaching the pimp game right,
Yeah.
you might pull that shit off.
No. I was standing there with him. Now, don't get me wrong. I was going to make sure.
I'm talking about washing his balls like Coming to America with the chicks around and shit. Like, you teach him the game, he can actually get that treatment. Like.
Now, if that treatment comes available, I won't discourage my baby from doing it now. But for the most part, that's not happening. So I wanted to make sure that he understood that, you know, a man at some point will have to. Now, I allowed him to be a child. Now that's one thing I did allow him to do, because I didn't want to try to make him a man at 3. It's fucking ridiculous. But I did allow him to be a child, but I did allow for his independence to start to thrive, his self-sufficiency to start to thrive, because I needed him to be prepared when it was time to be prepared, and he's prepared. Now, don't get me wrong, he ain't seen everything, so he ain't prepared for everything, but shit, neither was I. But I can only prepare him for the things that I've seen myself and the things that I've read up and learned about. But I can't prepare him for the unseen that I don't know. Some things are just gonna happen. You know what I mean? And that's where life lessons come in. Those are some of the shit, believe it or not, that's when your children start teaching you. And that's where the beauty comes in, you know?
So true.
But anyway, man, I think we had a great show tonight. This is a lot longer than we usually stay on. Shit.
Yeah,
but
this is good. This was good.
Yeah,
man.
this is a pretty damn good one, man.
Hey, I don't have to drive home. I am home.
Exactly.
Just to add in one last thing. Thanks for
What's up, bro?
validating my decision to get a vasectomy. That's all.
Wait, what?
Don't base don't even do it. Just let him have it. He heard what he heard. Like, Brother JB, can you please let the folk know where they can find you at every single Monday?
I'm scarred.
All right, thanks, Grizz, and wonderful show tonight. Every Monday, 8:05, the Grown Man Click with me, Scott T, Richie Rich, the Slut Gang CEO, and Van Gogh. We are right over there on those podcast streets, starting your week off with a laugh or a good conversation about something. This next week is our Gumbo Show. Our Gumbo Show, we're bringing in the comedian Frankie. He's going to sit there and talk over some crazy topics with us, and we're just going to have some fun. So please, Monday, 8:05, the Grown Man Click podcast with me, Scott T, Richie Rich, the Slut Gang CEO, and Van Gogh. We're going to have some fun. See you on Mondays.
Of course. Richie Rich, is there anything that you want to tell the people about? Because we know you got some books and stuff coming out. So is there any information you want to give to the folks?
Yes. If y'all got venues, send them my way. I'm looking. All right. Pretty much. I mean, 8:05 Monday nights is where it's at. Grown Man Click. Yeah, I mean.
That's it. Mr. Vicissitude, can you please tell the folk what you got going on and where they can find you?
I want to keep this simple. We are 10 days away, JB, from a special Monday night show of the Grown Man Click. That's all I'm going to say right now, but it's going to be hella fun, and I'm inviting every single person to show up and come out because we got some surprises. Lots of surprises.
All right. I will be there in studio. Me and Mrs. Grizz will be there in studio. So
What's this date? So I can tell my job right now. I'm trying.
That will be the 25th, I believe.
Yes, and just to be clear, Rich, this is I am asking everyone to dress up, except JB.
What the fuck you mean dress up?
You know what I mean.
Dress up.
Throw that shit on, bro. Throw that shit on, bro.
First of all, it's optional for him because he runs the show and he has the studio. But for all y'all, I am requesting. You don't have to do it, but I'm requesting it. Okay, because everybody dressing up, including Jay.
Hey, I'm throwing my shit on.
Wait a minute. What is the occasion?
Well, besides the fact that I'm returning to the show, there's a bunch of other surprises that I can't say right now, but you may want to tune in, Beast, if nothing else.
Making it a
Is it going
celebration.
to be pussy on the table?
Huh?
Oh, my bad. I thought we was on GMC already. My bad, Grizz.
I mean, that will be there, though.
My bad, dog. You know what? Don't give me no gun.
You know what?
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell
Hey, JB.
Yeah.
I have to say something in reference to Monday.
Yeah.
I owe you an apology. Just hear me out. I owe you an apology. Me and Grizz had talked about Van Gogh and his Ghost Rider. How they acted at the Monday night podcast that I missed.
Should we be talking about this on the air?
Yeah, we probably shouldn't.
John, can I say what the fuck I got to say?
Just go ahead.
God damn. I listened to your punk ass. Anyway. JB, where were we?
Go ahead,
JB,
brother.
Yeah, it was your podcast. I love you, man. I respect you. But it's been laying on my heart. I had to say what I had to say to Van Gogh and his night hole. Because it bothered me for this woman, the only Caucasian on the show, to disrespect my brothers. I just want you to know that I apologize, but do I regret what I said? No, I do not. No. My only disappointment is those two punk asses weren't there to hear what the hell I had to say.
All righty.
Well, I'm gonna try to lean forward. I don't know if all of you know, but my back went out, so that's why I'm sitting up so straight tonight. But
Right.
My neck, my back.
I only have two things to say. One is apology accepted, and two, we're grown men. And if I say that we have the Grown Man Click podcast, I cannot tell a grown man what to say or how to say it. I did ask for some leniency to be given by my brother Rich, because I felt like in order for grown men to act like grown men, everything doesn't need to be said on the air.
Right.
Some things need to be said in private. So, Rich, Rich was amazing, and I appreciated his candor and his lack of vitriol.
Less
He was-
lack of roast.
Yeah. No, he was very accommodating, but
That way,
the thing that I will say is that I accept everybody until they give me a reason not to, and you'll always be accepted based. You've never disrespected the podcast or me in any way. Grown men will say what's on their mind, and we have to be respectful of it, even if we don't agree with it. I'm not saying I do or don't, because that's not for me to judge. But what I'm just saying is that, even if they watch and play the podcast and they want to come on and talk about it, they are more than welcome, because I give everybody that open forum. Just like last week, this week's show wasn't everybody's cup of tea. Some people learned some stuff. Some people, no, not for me. But that's what we're doing in these streets. We're giving the people a chance to give out their ideas, what they believe in, what they don't believe in, and they can protest strongly, or they can, just bow in silence. And I mean, we're not on here to make friends or enemies. We're on here to tell our truths. So, that was your truth, and I allowed you to speak it. I will tell you this much. I even said it to a couple people. I was a little blindsided, but I have Rich next to me most of the time, so I'm blindsided quite a bit. So I'm
like a motherfucker.
So, but
So
love,
you were blindsided by what I said?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Because it was, with them not
Shit,
being
I
present.
was.
Yeah. With them
What
not
did he say? What did he say?
I was.
Yeah.
Shocked the shit out of me.
For them not being present and not being able to defend themselves, it was a little bit much for me to take on by myself. That's why I sat back and kind of got quiet. But it wasn't because I was going to limit what you said. I just wished that every party was able to participate in that conversation. And
Since we doing this shit live right now, can I give Base just a little advice from the young nigga? You feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with you said, but do it when they there. Like if you hop on and they not there, hold that shit in. Like it's nothing better than saying that shit to them.
Well, you know what, Rich?
Or like if you had a problem, with me, because I want to take them out of it. If I had a problem with Grizz, I'm not speaking on it till they're dead, because I want to let them know this is my issue.
Well, you know what, Rich? In all fairness, I can do it again when they there.
Yeah, it's not. Now it feels calculated, so it doesn't feel.
No, because I'm gonna say the same shit I said last time.
Yeah, that shit don't. It don't hit the same.
I
But
don't
you know what? Understood. The thing is like you had it on your heart to say,
right,
and you said what was on your heart, and
Right.
nobody can fault you for what you said, what was on your heart. You know what I
And
mean?
I'm not going to censor
Yeah.
you from saying what's on,
Right.
because this is an open forum. So,
Right.
I mean, and the rules to our show is just, be truthful, be honest, and respect. That's it.
Right.
But
And what I was mad at Jerry about, is
that's
because
why I was lost.
Jerry should have censored
Wait a
you.
minute. Let me close the show down so we can do this behind.
Hold on,
So-
Grizz. Hold up.
Why we still know we gotta do it behind the scenes, bro?
No, because Bass need to hear this. I was mad at
gonna
Jerry.
hear?
'Cause
You think you
Jerry,
can't hear if I turn the show
We can
off?
see it after the show's over. Like, really, let's them shut down.
y'all gonna kill my
No.
joke on face?
Yes, we're gonna kill
No,
it.
no, you know what? Wait a minute. You know what? Let the young king shine, bro. Let him go ahead. Do it, bro.
I said I was mad at Jerry because he should have censored how you came in there with your hair. That shit was nasty.
Wow.
Wait, I missed
He
that.
said he was mad at Jerry because he should have censored how you came in there with your hair.
Come on, my hair?
Your hair, bro.
You know,
Anyway, look,
back to Frederick.
we got to get some words of wisdom from Base, and then we got to get on. Base, please, if you got any room left, go ahead, give us some words of wisdom, bro.
Love you, Base.
I love you too, bro. That
Love
fucking
you too, man.
God damn. I need to take that motherfucker like aspirin 2 at a time. God.
Hey,
You know, my thing is, I guess my thing is, like JB said, it's all about respect.
Yeah.
It's one thing to tell somebody to shut up once, but when you tell them more than once to shut up, apparently it ain't a fucking accident. And this I'm just gonna say the way the fuck it is. This fucking crackhead who is not a part of the Monday Night Grizz, the Monday Night Jerry show. And then, but you know what? My biggest problem was that fucking Van Gogh. First of all, her nodding ass should not have been on the couch. And Van Gogh should have said something to her. Pull to the side. You gonna sit there like, boy, and you know what get me? I was almost on the show that night. I was almost on the show. And I blame myself because I should have been on there. And then I would have chin checked that shit. Because I've been the sergeant of arms that fucking night. And I was disappointed because them two motherfuckers was not there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the brand new Sons of Anarchy. Bases, the Sons of Arms.
And that's all. And like in the words of Forrest Gump, that's all I gotta say about that.
Okay. Well, you know what, everybody. I thank you guys for coming out to the Sophisticated Grizzly podcast, where we brought out all the shit. So please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the content because it helps the channel to grow. Make sure you hit that bell icon up here on the screen. You'll see it. Make sure you hit the bell icon so that it'll let you know each and every time we upload a video, because my name is Mr. Dearest Teddy. And if you like what we had to say, we love you. We appreciate you. Please come on back, and please keep inviting people back to come see us. And if you don't like what we had to say, you got a problem with what we had to say, you already know what it is. You already know the biz. Shut your mouth. Shut your black ass mouth. Have a good night.
Sophisticated grizzly, mostly passion, caution, dedication, caution, fragrance, summer leader, caution, Dearest Teddy, it's time, caution, Dearest Teddy, Grizzly. Sex appeared in caution, passion, caution, dedication,